have no idea what you're about. Tell me in a sentence who you are.
I'm nobody. I'm a tramp, a bum, a hobo. I'm a boxcar and a jug of wine. And a straight racer if you get too close to me.
Believe me, if I started murdering people, there'd be none of you left.
I feel very tired this morning, probably because yesterday itself was a very tiring day. On top of that, I woke up far earlier than necessary. I know exactly how you feel, Hisao. After saying hi to Shizune and Misha, I start doing the work as instructed from the board. It already looks like today is going to be heavy rain. I don't have a problem with that, though. I don't have a problem with that now, though. Shizune and Misha might jump on me. Oh yeah, trying to get me to answer about whether or not I've decided to join the student council. Well, fuck them. Even if it's just one day. I wouldn't put it past them to try, and I don't have an answer for them if they do. So this situation is convenient for me. It is. About 10 minutes into class, Hanako walks in and takes a seat, but no one looks at her. The teacher doesn't even comment on her lateness. What if she's a ghost? Ooh. He does, however, stop us to say that we're going to break into groups again. Oh, fuck. I turn my head to see Shizune and Misha are looking at me. Shizune gives me a smile that is equal parts cute and menacing. This is a smile that says, "We have you now. There's no escape." Uh-oh. John, it looks like we're together again. Oh, jeez. Misha leans sideways while Shizune pushes her desk closer to mine. There really is no escape now unless I were to jump out through the window. I think it's worth it. Jumping out through the window isn't the best option, sadly. Uh-oh. What's wrong, Ichan? Oh, Ichan, have you been thinking about what you said yesterday? You said that, you've been thinking about joining the student council, didn't you? No. It's okay, Ichan. We were talking about it after you left, and it would be rude to expect you to already have an answer for us this early, right? Right? I'm so happy you two are able to laugh at my expense. And even more pleased to know that both of you are fucking crazy. You're fucking insane. Look at that laugh. Look at that smile. Look at that smug bitch. Uh-oh. Now that that's over, Shizune snaps back into serious mode and smacks today's assignment with the back of her hand in an overly dramatic and important way. She's gonna pimp slap that paper. When I actually look at the stuff, it's mostly just reading. In fact, there are only two problems. I almost want to say something about how her rush to get started seems a bit much considering the small amount of work. In fact, Shizune probably knows how little there is and simply doesn't care. Yeah, it seems like the workload doesn't matter to her so much as the fact that there is work. The actual amount is unimportant. She approaches everything with the same level of ambition. Oh! While I'm reading, I let my eyes wander around the room and catch Hanako trying her hand at solving the problems. It looks like she's working alone. I can't remember seeing her working with other people before. Thinking back to how shy she is, it's understandable. Hisao, go for that shit. Hey, that girl over there. Huh? Who, Ichan? Her, Hanako, the one that looks like she's from the ring, over there. Does she always work alone? I think so, Ichan. Do you feel sorry for her because she's alone? No, I just want to tap that. I was just thinking, that maybe she could work with us or something, No, I don't think that would be a good idea, Ichan. Why not? She wouldn't be able to get along with her. Why? Misha suffers around the question, letting out a laugh that sounds very strange. It's almost nervous, but still has that lifting up and down quality present in everything she says. Just because, Ichan! By now, Shizune has noticed our conversation, and it makes me realize again how Misha has been signing everything she has been saying this whole time. Well, somebody's angry. What, Shi-chan? The friend of my enemy is my enemy. That sounds so harsh. I'm not going to say that. You said it anyway. I know, Hee-chan. It's fine, if you overhear. I wonder if this is Misha's way of keeping things fair, since without her I wouldn't be able to understand a thing Shizune is saying and vice versa. Is that also why she signs all the time? So there is never a conversation Shizune will be left out of? Anyway, we should get started on the problems now, Hee-chan. Like murdering this bitch. We finished with time to spare, and I decided to ask if there are any alternatives to the cafeteria, as frankly the food so far has been subpar. This sends Shizune and Misha arguing among themselves about their favorite restaurants. All of them are downtown. Downtown! So I don't think we have time to go all the way there. And what about the bill? We could always just say, fuck that. Are they just arguing for the fun of it? Probably. Maybe they seem so distracted by it that they don't even notice the start of the actual lunch break. I look over my shoulder towards the back of the classroom. Oh, she seems to be studying her notes from the previous class. It's an odd sight. Everyone else in the class is busying themselves with the lunch break. Socializing, gossiping, rearranging desks, fucking. You know, the ones that actually box lunch mixed in and chattering like everyone else, they only interrupt by a short bouts of eating. But when I catch Hanako, I feel that I'm the only one who can see her. Fucking ghost. Almost as if she was invisible. Yeah, sort of hiding in plain sight, like a fucking ghost. Is she being bullied? Is she isolating herself from the rest of the class on her own accord? Or is she just a bitch? I see her look over her shoulder toward the classroom's rear door. Come to think of it, she hasn't turned a page since I started watching her. I guess she's waiting for someone. What to do? Why can't I go over there? Why does it have to be wait for Shizune and Misha to come to a decision or read my book? Why can't I go over there? What happens if I read my book? Is that like saying, hey, let's go over there? Or, you know what? I want you to be more out there, Hisao. Go, but I don't know if... Read the book. I do what I always do when I don't know what to do. Like now! I've already started on one of the books I borrowed from yesterday, and took it with me to school to fill the empty moments between classes. I find the page that I creased the corner of to mark the spot I left yesterday night, and pick up from there. Misha and Shizune are still arguing heatedly, probably about restaurants still. If I join them, I just get caught up in that, or worse, get grilled about joining the student council. Misha isn't speaking aloud since there's nobody who'd need to hear what they are talking about. But why does she tend to sign things even when Shizune doesn't need to understand what's being said? Or even more strangely, when Shizune is not around at all? What an odd conflict of habits. I find it hard to focus on the book, and besides, the lunch break beckons me to leave the dullness of the classroom. I do so heading down for the cafeteria. Misha and Shizune are have come to some kind of conclusion of one kind or another, following in my wake, though still talking about their animated fashion. What? Just around the corner of the hallway, something hits me in the chest with the force of a runaway train. That's probably not good. Ouch! Uh-oh. Jailbait. Opening my eyes, I see a pair of saucer-like green eyes looking up at me. Uh-oh. They belong to the perpetrator, a short girl who bumped into me and has now fallen down on the hallway floor. She wears PE uniform and a very weird frown. The former strikes me as a rather strange thing to have during a lunch break. More striking than that, though, is that she doesn't have legs. Or she does, but, you know, they're not flesh and bone. Her pale and very much flesh and bone thighs, and then shin and feet made of some black metallic or plastic-like material. They look, They look disturbingly artificial and unnatural. It almost makes me forget that my chest is hurting. Kira, leave me alone! The girl winces a little, rubs her nose, and jumps up. Oh, man! Hey, are you alright? I'm sorry! I didn't mean to do that, really! Ah!